What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Early Morning PJ Podcast, Week 6. This week, we are joined by Maika New and JT Mazzie. Maika, obviously one of the best athletes I know at Trinity. JT, one of the best athletes at Cumberland Valley High School. Just to introduce you guys to them, I'm going to start and let Maika introduce himself along with some of his favorite teams, and then we'll go with JT.
Yeah, I'm Maika. I like the Yankees. My football team's the Seahawks. And go Hawks, baby.
Really diverse group of sports teams right there.
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking
You
West
like all the
Coast.
Hawk teams.
Yeah. That's what Big D said that too about you.
I'm
All right.
JT. I like America's team, and I'm a Nets fan.
So you're an Eagles fan. America's team.
Cowboys.
All right, so just to give you guys a brief rundown of what we're going to be discussing today, I think the first half hour or hour or so is going to be March Madness talk. Obviously, a lot happening this week in terms of college basketball with the tournament starting. There's already been a few upsets in the first round.
North Texas, baby.
So we'll get into that, and then the last half hour or so is going to be discussing some NFL free agency. Obviously, there was a lot of big acquisitions that occurred this week. The Dolphins had a few of them, so we'll let Jacob and Maika, JT, and I are going to discuss that as well. And I don't know, Jason, are we doing call-ins this week?
Yeah, we are.
So obviously we're doing call-ins as well, and you guys should know the drill by now for those. So without further ado, we're going to start by talking some tournament. Obviously, there's been a few upsets. North Texas over Purdue.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I predicted that one, bro. That's in my bracket.
Purdue is like really inconsistent. They have been this whole season. It's just like North Texas played the best game they probably could have played.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I never really knew of North Texas before that
I
game.
don't think anyone did.
So, I don't know.
I did, bro.
It's funny because, like, I was watching, like, I was flipping the TV between, like, the NIT and then the college tournament. I don't watch NIT, but, like, the first NIT game that was on was at North Texas's court, and then they were playing on the other TV screen. So, obviously, that was a big upset. Last night, Texas was upset by Abilene Christian.
That one hurt.
I think that screwed a lot of people's brackets. Although there were no perfect brackets left at that point in time. But you obviously had Oral Roberts and Oral Roberts
yes, sir.
beating Ohio State.
All the way.
Ohio,
all the way.
Virginia.
Yep, Ohio and Virginia. Ohio's tough.
They have that walk on.
Yeah. Preston, bro,
he's
he's
like in high school for
so
6
so
years.
tough.
He went to
You see his stat line last night? He had like 11 points, 13. He almost had a triple double. Like that's like
he's actually really good.
he is. And they have that one. I think his last name's like Van Plaus or something like that. He shot the lights out last night. He had like 20 points. But it's like cool to see like those kind of teams. Like they play with 3 guys on the bench. Their 5 starters are playing 40 minutes a game.
Yeah.
They're like just that kind of team. Like that they don't have a big roster. And they're going in there. Those, like I said, those starters are playing 40 minutes a game, and they're making some noise in the tournament. Oral Roberts, like we just discussed, I don't know much about him. To be honest with you, I don't know if you guys got to.
They're from Oklahoma.
Yeah, like that's like all I know. I didn't even know that. So thank you, Jacob. They're playing Florida today, so that'll be an interesting game.
Oh, and go Gators.
He's a Florida fan.
I picked Virginia Tech, so
Yeah.
Florida got me there.
Bro, I was crazy. That ending to that game.
Yeah, that was a
We
good
saw
first
it at
game.
school.
Yeah. I think, like, Father Saad told us that he was, like, in the main office or whatever, and, like, he could hear the whole school just scream as soon as they hit that shot. They were like, what was going on? But,
Colorado and Georgetown. I think a lot of people had Georgetown.
I had Georgetown.
Georgetown was a team that was hot, like, going into the tournament. So I think a lot of people thought that they would stay hot. Then again, I mean, Georgetown was in the Big Ten tournament. They won the Big Ten tournament.
Big East.
Or Big East tournament, rather. like it was kind of like a Mickey Mouse championship, considering
You
how
always say that.
I
though.
mean,
what does that even mean?
like it was
Said
like
that
it
about
wasn't
the
like
NBA
a
last year,
real.
too.
It wasn't like a real
Yeah, it
tournament.
was.
How?
Villanova was out 2 guys.
It happened.
Yeah, it happens. I mean,
Okay,
all
but
part
it
of the
wasn't.
game.
Creighton was without their coach. Like it was just like it was. There was a lot of like huge parts of teams that were missing.
Colorado just played really well. They shot the ball.
Colorado's good.
They shot the
dude.
ball really
Colorado
well.
won their conference championship too. They're good. They're a good
Was
team.
that the Mountain West or something?
No, I
I thought
think they're in
Oregon
the
State. I
Pac-12.
thought Oregon
Are they
State did.
Pac-12?
Oregon State?
Yeah, didn't they win there?
Yeah, they did.
Oh yeah,
They did.
Oregon State would be the Pac-12.
No,
Yeah,
Oregon
what are you
State
talking
didn't
about?
win that.
Yeah, they did.
They won the Pac-12. Is Colorado in the Pac-12?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
I don't know. Because that game was on last.
Well, I don't think Oregon State would have made it without winning their conference tournament.
They killed.
Well, they were the
State.
12 seed. It wasn't like they were one of the last seeds.
Well, Georgetown was a 12 seed. They weren't getting in without winning.
Yeah,
the
they wouldn't have
tournament.
gone in if they hadn't won the Big East.
I thought
UCS.
BYU was
Did
gonna
you see UCSB miss a layup
win. Oh.
that would have won them the game?
That was our team.
Yeah.
Oh
That was
my
our
gosh, dude.
That was
I-
a weak take on that layup. Like he just like.
Oh yeah,
got
he
so
yeah,
soft.
yeah. He
Yeah,
I
that
don't know what
happens.
he was doing.
That happens, and Abilene Christian gets a controversial foul call. That's 2 losses.
It was
And then
a foul.
VCU gets
No, it was
disqualified.
not, bro. He got
Excuse me.
bailed out. They got bailed out. Abilene Christian got bailed out,
Absolutely
bro.
bailed.
Did you like? Did
To
you
be-
watch?
To be fair, the game shouldn't have
Came
been
down to that.
close.
Yeah, but to win on free throws in like an upset, that's kind of like sad. I don't know. I would rather the refs just let it play out.
UNC lost big to Wisconsin.
Wisconsin could not miss. They made every single. I watched that game. They could not miss a single shot.
Well, as we speak, Loyola's up. Loyola Chicago and Illinois is the first game in the round of 32. Loyola Chicago's up, 8 at halftime?
Yeah, I think so.
Something like that.
So, I don't know. I mean,
Illinois putting up a menacing 22 points at halftime.
it's cool. Yeah, it's cool to see. It's cool to see that, like, teams that aren't necessarily good in the regular season, they just come alive in the tournament. Like Loyola. Like, those guys just, they're never really that great in the regular season, but they somehow sneak into the tournament and they make noise, and like that's just I don't know.
It's Sister
I-
Jean.
Yeah,
I mean,
they got the
they have
sister-
nothing to lose. So
I mean,
Syracuse won too.
Syracuse won big.
They always play good in March.
Mhm.
Like they went to the Sweet 16 like the one year, Final Four the other.
They beat who'd they beat?
San Diego State.
Yeah, San Diego Bags like 30 or something. But
they won by 18.
Who did they
I mean,
play next
they were up like 30 at
Won by
one point in
16.
the game.
Oregon State beat Tennessee. Tennessee's not a very good team though. I think they're ranked a little too.
Maryland
Whoa.
beat UConn.
made some noise last night. Beat UConn. I don't know. It's I kind of try to root for like the local teams, and then obviously I root for like the team that I have going furthest, like winning the championship. But
I
like,
just root for the teams that could win me the most money in my bracket.
I mean, yeah, but at some point, like once your bracket's busted,
yeah, I know.
you got to root for the underdogs. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
Ohio, I'm rooting for Ohio 100%. It's like those guys are like.
All right, let's go down. What's your predictions for the round of 32? So we have Gonzaga versus Oklahoma.
Zags.
Yeah,
Gonzaga.
He is a
Creighton and Ohio.
Ohio.
Creighton.
Creighton.
I'm gonna say Ohio.
That'll
'cause
be a close game.
Creighton just sneaked by UCSB, so
USC and Kansas.
USC.
Kansas.
Kansas.
Yeah,
I
I'm
think
taking
I have.
Kansas.
I think I have Kansas in that.
Please give me Kansas.
Oregon and Iowa.
Ooh,
Oregon.
Iowa.
Iowa's not good.
Iowa.
Iowa's
winning.
Iowa's good
not
enough
good.
to beat a team that hasn't played yet.
Iowa's not good, bro.
They're good enough.
That's
Yeah,
just
to
more
Oregon
practice.
hasn't played yet too.
That's just
That's
more
true.
practice.
Michigan and LSU.
Michigan.
That's gonna be a close
I
game.
have
LSU's
Michigan making the
talented.
championship. So.
LSU.
Without Rivers?
Oh, I
Hot
think I
take.
have them losing in the
LSU.
Final
Hot
Four.
take.
I have Michigan in the Final Four. Gonzaga beats them.
Colorado and Florida State.
Florida State. Florida
Florida
State's a
State.
good team.
Colorado.
That's gonna be.
Going
That's
out on
4-5.
a limb.
It's a 4-5 game.
Yeah, that is a
That's gonna be a
4-5.
good game.
UCLA and Abilene.
UCLA is so tough,
Mm.
bro.
That one's tough.
UCLA.
UCLA just beat
Yeah, probably
BYU.
UCLA. Well,
Who are
Abilene
they-
just beat Texas.
Nah, Abilene's not that. all that.
I'll
They
say
should have
UCLA.
lost
We'll
last
see.
night.
We'll see.
UCLA.
Maryland and Alabama.
Yeah, Alabama.
Alabama.
Bama.
Baylor and Wisconsin.
Baylor.
Please give me Baylor, please. That's my championship team.
They're not making the championship.
22 points at halftime.
Nova and North Texas.
North Texas.
I'm going
I
Nova.
genuinely
Yeah.
predicted North Texas.
North
Really?
Texas.
Yeah, like in my bracket. Go to Sweet 16.
I don't know.
I'm
I'm gonna say North Texas because North Texas is hot. Villanova just played a close game in versus Winthrop,
I mean,
so I don't
they're
know.
doing by 10. So.
If Illinois can somehow sneak past Loyola right now, I think Illinois is gonna win the championship.
Texas Tech and Arkansas.
Tech.
Arkansas.
Yeah,
Arkansas.
Arkansas.
Tech.
Texas Tech.
McClung is gonna slip up or something.
I mean,
That's the only
Colgate
reason
did
people
play
like
Arkansas pretty close.
Didn't Arkansas drop like 90 something?
Yeah, no. Colgate
I mean, they
scored.
pulled ahead.
Colgate was like
Yeah, I mean.
shooting the lights out.
Florida and Oral Roberts.
Oral Roberts. I have to go Oral Roberts.
That is going to be a closer game than people think.
I mean, yeah, they beat Ohio State.
It is literally going to be a close game. And
Literally? Really?
Oral.
you don't think it's going to be
Roberts.
close?
No, I know it's
They're
gonna be a
winning
close
it. They're
game.
winning everything.
gonna be very close
Oral
game.
Roberts.
Yes.
I'm saying Florida.
Hey, I have two brackets. One where Baylor wins and then one where Oral Roberts wins. So.
Florida.
Illinois and Loyola Chicago. I mean,
right now it's looking like
Loyola.
Loyola.
Loyola, baby. Peyton, how you feel about
I'm
that?
not talking about that game.
Oregon State and Oklahoma State.
Okay, State.
Oklahoma. I don't winning at all. Oklahoma State.
Yeah, I'm taking Oklahoma State.
Oklahoma State. Cade Cunningham's tough.
Syracuse and West Virginia.
West Virginia.
Syracuse.
That's my Final Four
I
team.
don't-
Syracuse.
Syracuse is heating up.
That is going to be a really good game.
I need
I'll
West
take,
Virginia.
I'll take West Virginia, but I'm not giving them a lot of points.
Yeah, they don't score. It'll be a close game.
No, like I'm not.
Just how West
I'm
Virginia
saying
plays.
it's going to be a close game. It's not going to be a blowout.
Rutgers and Houston.
Houston.
Yeah,
Houston.
Houston is tough. They just won by 20 without their best player got hurt in like the first 5 minutes, and they won by 20.
And then right now in our podcast bracket, looks like Iowa Hawkeyes is winning it, and then Jasper Bird is in second, and Ryan Dalton is in third. So
Hey.
those are the standings right now.
Well,
Shout
I
out
mean-
Jasper Bird, 5th period English.
I don't think Iowa's going to go much further.
I think I was bad. Like,
I
just
do too.
genuinely don't think
I
they're a
do
good
too.
team.
I don't. The one thing they have is Luka Garza.
And shooting, but when that doesn't work,
It's kind of like a dribble drive kick team.
Yeah.
Like Garza will play in the paint, he'll kick it out.
Yeah, it's like a 4-out 1-in
Yeah.
system.
I don't think
And-
they can defend.
It's like
Yeah, they're not-
They just their strategy is they clear out the paint for Garza, and then if you don't double team, he goes to work, and if you double team, he kicks it out to a shooter. But that's like kind of a streaky strategy. Like that doesn't always work. So I think they're pretty upset prone.
And I don't think they're a top 5 team.
Neither do I.
Like the rankings will show you. I also think, Virginia is just not good in the tournament. They struggle.
I mean, they also haven't been able to practice because of their COVID case, and they're always upset prone. Always, just by the way they play.
What other upsets were? I think Maryland beating UConn was kind of like an upset. It was a 10-7 game, but still UConn was pretty solid in the regular season.
I said Maryland was gonna win just because they played well in the.
Bro, I thought I had UConn. I was watching that game, so like upset, and like I went back and checked, and I was like, oh, like I had Maryland. Yeah.
So from the round of 32 right now, who's your Final Four?
West Virginia, Baylor, Zags, and who's from the other region?
Said West Virginia,
Illinois.
Baylor, Zags.
Illinois. You don't think Illinois is gonna get in the final? Four?
Is that
Mm-mm.
Kansas's? Is that Kansas's core?
That's Illinois, Houston.
Houston?
Was Texas in
West
that?
Virginia's in the same region as Illinois.
Oh yeah, all right. So what's the other region I'm missing?
You said, say them again.
Zags, Baylor, and West Virginia.
You got the East region, which is Alabama, Michigan, Colorado, Florida State. And
Oh, Florida State was my team from that. Yeah.
Payne, what about you?
I mean, watching the game right now, I don't think my team's gonna go, but I'll say them. I mean, look, I'm just gonna pretend this game isn't happening. Illinois, Michigan, Baylor, and Gonzaga.
All the ones.
Ones,
baby.
No. Is it? Are all of those teams in different regions?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they're all
Okay, then
ones.
yeah, those are my four.
I
JT.
don't even know.
I got Baylor, Oklahoma State, Florida State, and Gonzaga.
West
That
Virginia
seems
could be a real
likely.
possibility because
That's
if
what I
Illinois
see.
if Illinois loses, West Virginia is my favorite in that region.
They're my favorite anyways.
I don't know.
can see
Oklahoma
Oklahoma
State
State.
beat them twice, like 2 times
They
in
beat
a row.
who?
WVU.
Yeah, I don't
I
think.
mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
I think West Virginia has played some close games this year. Like
They
they're
always
they're in a good
They don't.
conference,
They don't.
too.
They don't.
yeah,
shoot.
they're in a very good conference.
They're not a
but
shooting team, so their games are going to be close.
West Virginia's in the what? What are they? Big 12?
Yeah.
Micah?
All right. I got Bama.
Whoa.
Yes. Gonzaga. Baylor. And Syracuse.
Ooh.
Wow.
All right.
Wow.
I
We'll
thought
remember-
West
we'll
Virginia
remember that
was a
one.
sleeper.
We'll remember that. Syracuse might pull it out.
No.
I can't have that happen.
They
I don't
might.
know, bro.
Who's their leading scorer? Isn't it Boeheim's kid?
Buddy Bam.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is good. He just dropped what 30?
He's like
Yeah.
the Jimmer of this,
Oh, is he really?
Jimmer. Yeah.
Jimmer.
He's crazy.
putting
bro.
up shots like Jimmer.
They have
I
that-
remember when he was like a walk-on on the team, and like the only reason he made the team was because his dad was a coach,
Yeah.
and now he's their best player.
So
Yeah, I
the same
remember
thing with Justin Preston. Although his dad's not the coach, like he was a walk on.
Brandon Burlsworth.
Did you like? I don't even know that whole story about Preston. Like I
think
know
he
he was a
went-
walk on.
He went like, he graduated high school, he didn't play at all, and he went prep school.
Yeah, he didn't
He
have
was on
any
like
offers.
the C team on like a prep school. So he's like a 5th-year senior in high school.
Yeah,
And then he went to Ohio and he's good now.
I know he didn't have any offers out of college or high school.
He dropped like 40 one game.
He's ridiculous.
Hey, I mean, Oral Roberts does have the nation's leading scorer.
he's so good.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
can actually shoot.
No, he's good.
Yeah.
That's an NBA prospect right there out of Oral
You think
Roberts.
so?
scores. I mean,
Here's a okay. One of our good friends, Elijah Beard, has this heart on for Mac McClung. Doesn't even think he's gonna get drafted.
What?
Yeah,
I've
exactly.
been watching him since high school.
He's
Good.
He's a late first round talent, and Elijah doesn't think he's gonna get drafted. I don't know how, but
I mean, if Elijah's listening,
He
then
has a hard on.
like he doesn't like it. He just doesn't like it.
by now, who do you think's the player of the year is for basketball?
Kofi
Basketball.
Coburn.
Kofi
I mean,
Coburn?
it's Garza.
There you go.
but
I think
Seven
it's Garza.
point
It's Garza. It's not even close.
Who? Like you mean like one player or
the
multiple?
Namath player of the year.
Wait, do you mean
No,
like the
Garza's
John
gonna-
Wooden award or like
Pro-
the
it's
best
probably
prospect?
number 25 from Little.
I mean,
League.
that's the same thing.
He's kind of gross.
He is gross.
He's different.
bro.
He's different. Look at him. That's a goaltender.
That is
goaltending.
goaltending. But you mean multiple or
Coburn.
one?
One.
Yeah,
I think
Luka Garza's gonna win just about every award there is in basketball.
He's dog, bro. He's not even that good.
I don't think he's that. I think he's slow.
He's probably not good.
Very slow.
If he does, it'll be in the second round.
He kind of reminds me of Wagner from Michigan.
Yeah,
Oh,
I can
I think he's
kind
better.
of.
He's
I
a
kinda
little
see
better.
that.
I mean, they can both shoot, but I think
Wagner's
and
in the
Wagner's
NBA now.
quick. Wagner's no, he's talking. There's another
Oh,
Wagner.
the younger
Yeah.
one? Okay.
Wagner is like, he's probably faster than him. Luka Garza is so
No,
slow.
he's so unathletic.
yeah, he is
Yeah.
bigger than him.
Do you think
He's the biggest.
I don't know
person
who you
in
can
the-
compare
in
him
college
really to,
basketball.
though.
Dickerson, like on Michigan?
Oh, yeah.
Bro, Dickerson locked him up. I watched
Yeah,
that
they
game.
won by like 20
Yeah.
when they played.
Oh my gosh, they can't hit a shot.
Butter. Oh.
But
Yeah, we're watching the Loyola game right
yeah,
now.
I don't know. I don't know when the next game is. Like probably one.
So what double-digit seed surprised you the most? in the round of 64?
Ohio.
Ohio.
Oral Roberts.
Oh, yeah, Oral Roberts.
Roberts.
I think with Abil, what's their name?
Abilene Christian.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's like because
I mean, I honestly
I didn't even
maybe,
think Texas
'cause, like,
was that good.
I didn't go to the
I thought
Final
they were
Four.
good. I had them.
I thought they were pretty good.
They're I mean, record wise, yeah.
Texas,
but like, if you watch
Texas under Shaka Smart has never made it out of the round of 64, and they've always they've lost to 5 double-digit seeds in like the past like 7 years with Shaka Smart. It's like they're just not going to have that success. I don't think, unless something changes.
Yeah, I don't know. They play in a tough conference too.
Yeah, I mean,
They won the Big 12. I thought they were going to do well.
They're a good team. It's just like they just underperform in the
tournament.
Yeah, tournament. I don't know, bro. I mean, this game's kind of getting me nervous.
I mean, North Texas played well. They didn't surprise me. I thought they were going to win.
Well, I don't think Purdue's as good as people thought.
No, the Big Ten isn't as good as anyone thought. Look at 2 of the upsets.
Go
to
They
work.
have, like, they don't
This
have
number
any,
25 character.
Oh my. Oh. They don't have any like.
That's a Joe Durrell.
That's the Joe Durrell.
Joe Durrell.
Jumping Joe Durrell behind the head layup.
Joe Durrell from school.
No,
No, the other Joe Durrell.
The other one.
3 ball, baby. Let's go. Get him back.
JD.
If you haven't heard about Anchor yet, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free and there's no charge. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or your computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more music apps.
You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you'll ever need to make a podcast all in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started on your podcast today. JT, didn't you have some questions for Peyton, bro?
I do. I need to know, how do you think football is more individual than basketball? I'm all ears.
I think football is like,
What?
it's, I probably, I don't know how to explain this one, but I mean, it's going to be, in football, every man is for themselves, but they all have a common good. You know what I'm saying? Like they are,
gross.
I mean,
Football's,
you think about the
are you
offensive
trying to say
line.
that football's more like specialized? Is that what you're saying? Which is true.
Yeah, I think that's what I meant by that. But at the same time, like, you're doing, like, every position has, like, one job. Like,
Yes.
offensive line, you're hitting the same guy every play, right?
Yeah.
And if you don't hit him, if you don't win your one-on-one battle, your team isn't going to succeed. And, like, I think that's kind of what I meant by that statement.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah. In that terms, yes, it's more specialized.
Isn't that with all
'Cause I was
sports?
thinking, like,
Huh?
Is that with all sports? Every man has one job?
I mean, nah, I wouldn't say that because in basketball, your job is like everything, pretty much.
because I was thinking, like, look at LeBron, like, in 2007 and recently, like, he was so, like, it was so individual, he could carry the team. Like,
Yeah.
It's just a one-man show.
But that, like, yes, to a certain extent. He wasn't going out and scoring all of his team's points. He was just the main facilitator, and he just could score. I mean, there's no like ifs, ands, or buts about that. He was the main facilitator on his team. He was the reason that the Cavs won. Obviously, he was like the best player on every single team he's ever been on. He's been the best player, but there's no saying that like last year, AD and LeBron, best duo in the NBA, obviously. And AD would not have had that kind of success if it wasn't for LeBron. And, I mean, that's might be a bold take to some.
That's not a bold take to me.
Yeah, exactly. Like, AD was putting up some career numbers, and he was
And
the second best player on his
AD,
team.
You look at AD on the Pelicans, and he was the best player. I mean, they never.
But he
did
still
anything.
wasn't. Yeah, exactly. He still wasn't. Like, literally last year, AD put up some career highs, and he wasn't even the best player on his team.
Mm-hmm.
That just goes to speak volumes of how LeBron just kind of like took him under his wing and said, "I'll make you who you like want to be." You
Well,
know
I
what I'm
also
saying?
think when you have LeBron, like, you're going to definitely, like, they're not going to pay as much attention, like, when he was on the Pelicans and it was just him. Like, obviously, they're game planning for him, but, like, on the Lakers, it's more LeBron. than AD. Like if you have to
Oh yeah.
try to stop one, you're gonna try to stop LeBron
Exactly.
more than AD.
Well, I mean, the Heat made that mistake in the finals, and Anthony Davis destroyed us. So, I mean, you kind of pick your poison there.
I don't know. I mean, like Jacob said, like AD with the Pelicans.
And it's
He
not like he
wasn't-
had a bad supporting cast at all. Like DeMarcus Cousins,
Drew Holiday.
probably slightly out of his prime, but
Drew Holiday was a good player.
I mean, he's always been like an all-star level player. He hasn't made it every year, but he's been that level.
So I mean, yeah. I mean, LeBron. We were talking about LeBron.
LeBron.
Oh, we are?
LeBron's
Yeah.
the GOAT.
LeBron's
the
out.
GOAT.
He's
You
out
think he's
now.
a goat?
He's out
He's the GOAT.
indefinitely.
He's
No
the-
way.
Yes, yes.
That's
Goat to be?
Mike is.
No, we should get it. We can't get into this.
Mike
We got
is.
time, we got
Micah's
time.
Do we have
age.
time now?
Micah's age is just like showing right now.
You're a solid maybe, what, a year older than me?
Yeah.
The
and I
greatest
think Michael
player of all
Jordan's the
time
best
is
player of all
Alonzo Mourning.
Richard Jefferson's up there too.
LeBron is out. LeBron is out now. You know
Yeah, the
that?
high
Yeah.
ankle sprain.
Out indefinitely, so that helps him
But
beat in terms of.
Spencer Lee won the NCAA wrestling tournament at his weight with no ACL.
I did
Right.
see that.
Whoa.
No,
No
ACLs.
ACLs?
He doesn't have an
No,
ACL.
no
Tore.
ACLs.
Where'd they go?
He tore both of his ACLs.
Yeah.
That is crazy, and he won.
He was undefeated in high school, won 3 state championships until
What
his
school
senior
does he
year,
go to?
But
and,
he
Iowa.
lost.
And then he lost in the finals his
Last
senior
one.
year
Well, that's when he also didn't have an ACL in that match.
against. That was when he was in high school at
Yeah.
Exeter. Yeah.
He went to Exeter?
DeSanto.
Oh, he's
Lost
from Pennsylvania.
Yeah, they're all from
Yeah.
him and DeSanto, who is disqualified from the All-American parade for inappropriate behavior currently. But yeah,
I mean, as you're wearing the Nets jersey, what are your thoughts on the acquisition of Blake Griffin? You like it?
I'll speak for him.
No,
They're winning
yeah,
the finals.
yeah, they're gonna be gross.
Are you a Hawks? You're
I'm a Hawks fan. I just like Kyrie, so I'm wearing the jersey.
That's yeah. You can't root for the Hawks. I see why you got a jersey on. Hawks suck.
All right,
I think James Harden.
we're on a come up.
Bold take.
We are
I
on
think
a
James
come up.
Harden can win MVP.
yeah, he's has inserted himself
Yeah,
into
Payne,
the
what are your thoughts on
conversation.
that?
No way.
I know you're not a big James Harden fan.
No, I like him.
I mean, Harden,
I like
Harden should have been a 3-time in a row MVP.
He's not gonna win the
He should've-
MVP with
won-
3 guys.
He won his
I know,
MVP.
that's the
He
thing.
should have had Giannis's first, and he should have had Russell Westbrook's MVP. Harden should have been a.
You think he should have had Westbrook's MVP?
Absolutely not.
Yes.
He averaged triple double.
I saw a
This-
thing.
it was-
I saw
that's
it
the thing,
literally.
though. Like Russell.
I think they kind of felt bad for him. I know what you mean.
Russell only got it because of the storyline.
Yeah.
Like historic triple double. Now he does it every year, and no one cares. Like it wasn't
Yeah, well,
special.
he can't win when he like.
Yeah,
doesn't
when
win.
he's, yeah. I think Harden should have been a 3-time MVP. That's my opinion. But
He's not gonna win it this year. First
He
of all,
could. I mean,
okay.
No, say it, Payne. Say it.
Joel Embiid's gonna win it.
he could.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he can. The
And
injury is
Harden's
kind of
just
preventing
not.
him.
Harden has 3.
I mean, you
Other
can't
guy-
you
2
can't
other
say
guys.
just over halfway into the season that Embiid has it unlocked. It's just like
He
beyond
doesn't.
that.
I'm not saying he, especially now. I mean, he's out for 2 weeks, but his main competitor, LeBron, is also out now.
LeBron,
Jokic.
LeBron,
He's
Jokic.
in
and
there.
Jokic
Harden.
is having a really good year, but Jokic's team could win without him. Jamal, he has a good supporting
Maybe.
cast.
I want to say they'd be like a playoff.
They're kinda like-
They
They're
would
kinda
definitely be.
They'd
they
be
were-
on the bubble.
they
I
remind
could
me-
not see the Sixers being like a. First of all, they definitely wouldn't be the 1 seed in the East.
They're winning right
Second
now.
of all, they wouldn't be the. Like they wouldn't. They would probably be one of the last seeds without Embiid for a whole season if they would have had. If they would,
The
if he would
Nuggets-
be hurt for the whole.
The
year.
Nuggets kind of remind me of like the Boston Celtics whenever they had like Kyrie. Like they have like their stars, but they also have like so many like.
the
players
Celtics
that
were
need-
probably better.
I mean, yeah.
I mean,
but,
they
like,
had
have
Kyrie,
they have so many
Tatum.
mouths to feed. That's the thing. Like players like Michael Porter Jr. and Bol Bol aren't. Like,
Yeah.
Bol.
Well,
He's
Michael
like,
Porter
he's
Jr.
legitimately good.
Michael Porter Jr. is good.
I think.
Yeah,
is he
he's
starter?
good, but he's not getting the ball. He's not getting playing time because they.
But
have
that's
so
what
many
I'm saying.
mouths
Like,
to feed.
if Jokic went out, I think they would have a good enough supporting cast to
Yeah.
make
Yeah,
the
that's
playoffs with a good. The Western Conference isn't all that great.
But what Jokic,
besides the
Jokic
Lakers
does,
and
what Jokic
Jazz.
does is irreplaceable. Like there's no other player in the league like Jokic. There's no other player.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, there's
Like
no,
a big
no
man
one,
that can pass like that.
He's the
He's like a walking
he's
triple
arguably
double.
the greatest passing big man of all time already.
Passing wise, yeah, but
Yeah, he's like one of the main facilitators.
But
of his
Embiid
offense.
can do anything that Jokic can do. Probably better.
He doesn't shoot as well.
He doesn't shoot at all, really. He doesn't shoot as much.
Yeah.
And when Embiid does shoot, he's shooting 50% from three. He's only taking 2 threes a game, making one of them probably. So I mean, and that's all a part of the scheme. That's all a part of the scheme, bro. Like, I mean, if Embiid played
obviously,
for
if you have a big man that can pass and facilitate like he does, you're gonna run the offense through him. It's not
who?
Jokic.
The Sixers run their
Mike
offense
Jones.
through Embiid. What? The Sixers run their offense.
Yeah, as a scorer more so than a passer.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so in terms of like, what are you saying? Jokic is probably a better passer than Embiid.
I'm saying Jokic's role in the Nuggets is irreplaceable. It's like no one else could do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
On his role with the Nuggets.
His ability.
His ability is
If
irreplaceable.
Jokic played for the Sixers, he would have a similar, almost the exact same role as Embiid does.
No,
Yes,
better.
they would put him on the block. They would put.
No, because that's not what he does.
What do you mean no?
They're different players.
That's what. But like, that's what Embiid does.
Why would you
Like,
put?
Wait,
Jokic
do you
is
think
a center.
Embiid could do what Jokic does on the Nuggets?
What do I think Embiid can do better?
Like, no, do you think like
No.
if they would have put
This isn't.
Embiid on the Nuggets,
We're not
is he
debating
doing
who's
what Jokic
better,
does?
like at all.
Okay, I agree with, but I agreed with you. I
They
agreed
have
with
two
you.
different skill sets, and Jokic is one of the best passer big men that like we've
He's
ever
probably
seen.
the best.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, ever. I mean, he's the best now. But yeah, his role with the Nuggets is obviously irreplaceable, but so is Embiid's with the Sixers.
We're not.
No,
debating
I
that.
agree with that. But I think if you switch them, like,
Their roles would be the same as they're on
Yeah.
the team now because their skill sets.
Yeah, I
change.
would agree with that.
So Micah, I mean, the Hawks are 5th in the East.
Yeah.
What is
they're
what
fifth
is
in the
that?
East?
They're 5th in the
That's
East.
what I'm
right
saying.
Now.
We're
Yes.
not bad.
They're on a 6-game win
That's
streak.
We just
good.
They're on
the
a
Lakers.
They're on a 6-game win
Lakers.
They're
streak.
8-2 in the past 10.
Are you a Cam Reddish fan?
Cameron, absolutely.
What?
Mm.
You ever
A
use,
lot of people are not.
you ever play with him
I
in
don't-
2K? He's disgusting.
Hit that IO. Let's go. Let's go.
Micah, I'll ask you this: do you think the Hawks' recent success is sustainable over a full season with your new coach, or do you think that this
It's
is
funny that they
that-
just
We're only
fired,
getting better.
Or
They
do you-
just
we're only
fired
getting
the
better.
or
coach.
do you think that this is sort of like because they've had an easy schedule? They've played garbage teams recently. Aside from
all
the
right.
Lakers.
No, but we're only getting
That's
better.
all right. That's how you get back into it. That's how you get back into the season.
I know, but I'm saying,
Oh my
do you think
God.
that
That shit
do you think
was
that their
horrible.
current success is sustainable, or they're just rallying around a new coach and with their easy schedule?
No, I think they're just they're gonna keep getting better. All
Or
season.
do you
baby.
think? What do you think they
Don't
do
be
with John
surprised.
Collins?
Don't be surprised.
Is John Collins staying?
Oh, shit! I don't even know.
I wouldn't keep him if I was the Hawks because he's gonna want a max, and he's not a max player.
No, he's not.
That's my opinion.
He's a
Are you
great.
Trae Young
he does
fan?
his-
Do you like how he plays?
I mean, offensively, yeah, but defensively, it's not.
I don't
great.
like how like the shooting fouls. How he'll just
Oh, I don't
stop.
like that. Yeah, that's
ridiculous.
Oh my gosh, I hate that call. I hate that call so much.
He's good at
him
it.
and
though.
Luca. Yeah,
And
Steph
I
Curry.
don't like that.
Steph-
I don't like that. I don't like
Steph Curry is one of the best at that. He
So
is
was Harden
insane
on that step
Yes.
back.
Steph Curry will like jump. The defender will go like
He'll jump in.
left.
They just
Yeah,
need-
he'll jump in. That should be an
They just-
offensive
they just-
foul.
Yeah,
They
I don't think that should be
They
a
need
foul.
to change the rule.
I mean, if they're like right in front of you.
Yeah, if he's like coming at you and you do it, that's fine.
they need to
I
change
don't-
the rule.
But if he's like going
I mean,
away from you and you
I
jump
mean, that's
into
part
him,
of it's part of the whole game. But like,
if it's not a natural shooting motion, and if
yeah, if
you're
you have to
initiating
jump,
the
if you have to
contact-
go
I agree
out
with
of the
that.
way to hit them to get the foul.
that should be an offensive foul. I mean,
I
that's
think it should be.
you're the one initiating the contact. at
No,
that
I don't
point.
think it should be a foul on it. Like an offensive foul, it should you just play the
I
ball.
mean, yeah, I think it should just not be a foul if the offense initiates.
I think if you're initiating,
because if you
in the
jump,
NBA, if you touch
because
a guy, it's
if you
foul.
like jump into someone on a layup and they have their hands up, it's probably going to be like a no call.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
well,
likely.
yeah, if they're straight up, but when are they ever straight up? If there's
I
any
guess.
kind of contact at the rim, they're blowing the whistle. There's going to be some kind of call. So
Depends on the player. I remember Harden at Houston. He shot like 20 free throws
Yeah.
a game sometimes.
Butler's good at drawing fouls, but he doesn't. It's not like the way other players do. He just takes it to the rack.
He takes it strong.
Yeah, that's kind of like what I love about Jimmy Butler, man. Is he will absorb the contact. He's not afraid. He's
Yeah,
one of the
he's a
one of the
slasher.
small. He's probably one of the smallest players on the court.
I don't know about that. He's like 6 foot.
He's big, but in the
Jimmy
NBA,
Butler.
everybody's big.
Jimmy Butler.
But like he plays like he's what does he play? A point guard, shooting guard?
Like the
For
2
the
or the
Heat.
3. He's like 6
So
foot.
so he's typically playing a shooting guard position. So
So right now, who are your top 3 rookies?
in the NBA,
In
The
NBA,
first 3
yeah.
picks.
First 3 picks?
Yeah.
You think so? You think Wiseman's in there?
I mean, he hasn't played
I think
much.
I think Edwards and LaMelo are definitely in there.
LaMelo,
know,
rookie of the
Wiseman-
year. He's
Melo's-
so
I
good.
think
Oh, yeah,
Halliburton.
he's got-
Quickly's playing really well.
LaMelo-
I forgot about him.
Quickly's playing well.
Quickly or Halliburton?
Not
could be
as
in
of
there
late.
instead of-
Quickly hasn't been playing well as of late. LaMelo's obviously going to win Rookie of the Year. That's basically on
Type of
lock.
guy.
He averaged
I
17
love
and 2.5 assists.
I ordered a shirt. Took me like
He
a
didn't shoot
year to
that
get
well.
here. Though.
Quickly's probably. I would probably throw.
I
in,
think-
he's better than Wiseman. He's better, but he's having a better year than Wiseman is.
I mean, I could see it.
I'm saying LaMelo 1, Edwards 2, Quickly 3.
Edwards just had like 40.
I think
Edwards is
there's a
unreal.
pretty big gap between the first 2 and the rest. I'd say
LaMelo is in
LaMelo,
unreal, bro.
LaMelo and Edwards are the best 2.
I
by
mean, you want to
far.
talk about having an award on lock? LaMelo's got the Rookie of the Year.
I think his hype helps it.
Yeah, definitely.
No,
He's
his
a ball
social media
brother.
hype's like annoying, but he's still like really good.
Well,
player.
his social media hype is like, yeah, it's because of like his name, but at the same time, he's playing out of his mind.
Yeah.
Like he deserves that.
And all the hype for Zion went away once LaMelo showed up to the league.
Yeah.
Look, Zion just, I don't know, bro.
And
Zion
he's an
just kinda-
all-star
He's an all-star, but
in the
he's
West.
like the only player on his team that I know, other than like
Brandon
JJ
Ingram.
Redick.
Ingram.
Ingram's,
You don't
Jackson
like him?
Hayes.
I don't like him. I
Why?
think he's just not like.
Steven Adams.
Are you a Lonzo Ball fan?
You don't like Ingram.
Yeah, Lonzo
Zio
Ball.
2.
Yeah, there's a lot of players. on this team.
Zo2's on the.
There's a lot of
Ball.
good
yeah, I
names.
heard for the
Yeah.
Clippers.
Yeah, he might have the.
Lonzo Ball is
LA.
probably one of the most inconsistent players. I have him
Yes,
on my fantasy
I
basketball
completely
team.
agree. He had 17
he's probably-
assists the one night.
And then
This
he'll
won't do
have
anything.
like one assist the next. Like it's just
I'm a Lonzo fan.
You are?
Yeah.
Zio 2, baby.
You a
yeah.
Jello fan? He got cut in like a day.
I'm
I'm a
Jello
Lonzo fan. I'm a Lonzo fan because I think
I'm a Jello fan just because I want to see all three of them get in the league.
I'm a Lonzo fan because of the way he plays. He gets the ball out of his hands quick. He always finds an open man, and his shooting has improved. Like,
I think
that's not
sometimes
debatable.
he's too passive.
I think so too, but
Well,
he's still 23 years old.
he does have a
He
good,
is
he does have a pretty. I don't know.
And he's very good defensively too. That's another thing. I think
Obviously Zion's the best player on that team.
I agree.
I think if Lonzo improves and reaches the ceiling, I think he can be what like Rajon Rondo was in his prime.
Do you think
Rajon Rondo. Do they still? They have him.
Do they?
I'm pretty
I
sure
have
the
no
Pelicans
idea
have
where
him.
No, he's not on the Lakers.
I have
I'm pretty
no
sure
idea
he's
where
with the
Rondo is.
Pelicans.
I'll look it up.
He was with the Pelicans like 3 years ago. I knew that, but
He's not. I don't think he's.
I have no idea where he is.
I thought he went back to the Celtics at one point, but I don't think he's there anymore.
It's on the Hawks.
He's on the Hawks.
Yeah.
Oh, he is on the Hawks. I forgot about that.
Does he play? Like,
Yeah,
see,
I mean,
Is he their backup
gets
point
about
guard?
15
Amazing.
minutes
that's
a
actually a
game.
lot.
How about the Sixers last night?
Yeah, winning
Down
by
3 starters.
Yep.
It turned around. Who'd they beat?
They're still,
Kings.
they're
Kings?
still bad.
Kings are good.
I mean, they're
The
19.
Kings are not.
The Kings, bro,
The Kings are dog.
the Kings have played everybody close. The Kings might be in playoff contention.
Bro. The Kings are 13th in the West.
They're 13. What's their record?
They're 17th.
I mean, they're talented.
Yeah, exactly. They have a lot of talent.
I don't know about that.
The Kings are bad.
Actually has
Bro,
a-
every
I don't
single
think
one
they're
of them.
talented at all. They have
every-
like
how?
Buddy Hield's their best player.
They have De'Aaron Fox.
Oh, I forgot about Fox. You're right.
De'Aaron Fox, Halliburton,
Fox is also pretty.
I-
underrated.
Rashawn
say-
Holmes.
I'd say that the
Harrison
Kings,
Barnes?
the Kings and Timberwolves are like maybe the worst
Harrison
organization.
No, bro.
The Kings have played everybody
Sorry,
close.
I
That's the
have
thing.
to.
The Kings have played
But
every single one of their games.
Their entire
obviously
roster is
outside of last
overrated.
night.
Like De'Aaron Fox is.
De'Aaron Fox is
overrated
good.
I think Bagley didn't live up.
Bagley
at all.
sucks. Bagley's garbage.
Fox
He's a
is-
starter
Fox is
for them.
so
I
overrated.
know.
What about
Fox
the,
is not overrated.
Yes, he
He's
is.
tough. He
Yeah,
is
exactly my point. He's tough means I put him higher on the ranking.
No, like he's
And he
tough,
actually
meaning
is.
he's good. He's tough, meaning he's good.
No,
Is
because
De'Aaron Fox
he's
not a
fast,
good player?
quick, and flashy.
JT, is
Like-
De'Aaron Fox not good?
He's good. I'm not
God.
saying he's bad.
Bro,
He's
he
just
is
overrated.
He's not
How
like
is he
that.
overrated?
Because people put him in like the tiers with like I've heard him be
With the
like,
Westbrook
in the same
tier almost.
yeah like with like
Oh,
Westbrook.
he's not in
And
that
I've
kind
heard him in the
All
same
I know
conference
is the
in the
2K
same
speed
breath
is
as
Westbrook.
Trae Young.
His
Oh,
2K speed is up.
Westbrook kind of sucks this year.
He played well the other night.
What about
Yeah.
the Rockets? They just got
Until he
10
threw the-
They're like
Rockets got
18
10
straight.
straight.
They're down.
Bro, I feel bad. Christian Wood's one of my favorite players, but they're
Didn't they
bad.
cut Boogie?
Yeah, they released.
Jeez.
We
They
talked
need to
about
cut
that.
old Depot.
We talked about
Is he
that.
bad?
Hey,
They cut
so
old Depot?
bad. No, they should. He's so bad.
He is kind of gross.
I do not want the Heat to trade for him.
Who won that? Who do you
whatsoever.
think won that? Obviously the Nets
No
won that
one.
trade.
Well, no one besides the Nets.
But like who like outside of I think
I mean, the Pacers got Karis
Karis
LeVert.
but he hasn't played much.
And-
Well, Levert won the trade with like didn't he have cancer in his
Yeah.
kidneys?
yeah, Levert, yeah.
Yeah.
And they just found
Yeah,
that. They
no,
found that in
he had
his
to get
physical.
like the physical.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That-
Yeah, they
bro,
found
you
it.
want to know who else did that? You know John Thornton? You probably don't know. The Eagles long snapper who went on like
Why would
no, listen.
Oh, America's Got Talent.
Yeah, he went on American
yeah.
Bro, he like they like bro,
They
like-
probably wouldn't know.
they like
it.
the Eagles cut I think the Eagles cut him and the Saints picked him up and like you have to get a physical if like you get picked up
That's
by
the same thing that happened with Harris LeVert.
Yeah, and they found like a tumor on his heart. I forget what actually happened.
Didn't
It
they-
was,
they
like,
gave him
some-
a
heart
ring.
irregularity.
They gave him a ring.
Yeah, the Eagles did. Yeah.
So what about Andre Drummond? Is he gonna get bought out by the Lakers
Or the Nets?
or the Nets? Like I don't know.
Nets. I can't stand to see the
He's
Nets
just like
making
such a
moves.
liability on offense. It's like he's like.
What do you think, Blake Griffin? Like, why is all this hype? He's washed. Do you think Blake Griffin's washed?
He's a
I
good
know
shooter.
definitely. He's definitely washed.
Yeah,
So
he-
why is there so
he's-
much
he's
hype
a
around
complete-
him?
But he like he
Blake
knows
Griffin.
his role.
He's a-
Yeah, he has a good
he's a
name
com-
because he
no,
dunked
no, no,
over
no,
a
no.
car.
No,
Like-
he's a completely.
Yo,
He's a
he's
completely.
not just a
He's a
car.
completely different player.
Kia. It was a Kia.
It was
Yeah,
a
it was a
Kia.
Kia. That's exactly how he got his name, bro.
No, he's a
no,
completely
Cal
different
Gasol.
player, bro. He went from like a slasher, like a finisher, to now he's like a shooter. I mean, he's a good.
I think he can
Stretch
stretch.
five
Yeah,
off
I
the
think he can
bench.
stretch the floor. a
Kinda had
little
to
bit.
change
He's gonna come
he
off
had
the
to change
bench.
his game when he came to Detroit.
He's gonna come off the bench for the Nets.
Yeah, he will.
Probably like seventh man because
Well, if the Nets had Dinwiddie,
Yeah.
what's
they'd
he?
be so
Is he
good.
hurt?
Yeah, he tore his ACL.
I did not know that. That's good hustle. But I don't know, bro. The Nets are obviously gonna be the favorite in the East. I just, as a Sixers fan, I hope
I think that Sixers can beat them.
if they're not
I think
healthy,
the Heat can beat them both.
I'm not even gonna talk. I'm not even gonna talk to Jake. There's
We-
no way the Heat would beat especially the Nets in a
Hawks.
7-game series.
You mean like when we were the 5 seed last
The
year, and
Hawks.
we beat the 1 seed and the 2 seed?
They're
The
coming.
Bucks
now.
were the
All
one
the
seed.
way.
The Bucks suck in the playoffs, and you beat who? The Celtics.
And the
Celtics were a good team.
We had the hardest path of any team in the East last year, and we went to the finals.
Or the Raptors. Where are the
Still not
Raptors?
Not
Are they-
necessarily.
We played the 4 seed, the 1 seed. and the
I
3
would.
seed.
Okay, I might end up eating these words, but I would actually like if the Sixers played the Bucks in the first round. Like I
You
wouldn't
got
necessarily say that
swept
was
by the
good.
Celtics though.
We didn't have Ben Simmons,
I know, but that
and it was like nowhere near the
you
kind of
weren't
roster we had
you
last
weren't
year.
beating them with Simmons last year.
It wouldn't have been a sweep.
Okay,
It probably would have won 6, maybe 7 games.
I mean,
Because I mean, look at who took that series over. Tatum. Who would Simmons
yeah, but the
guard?
thing with the Celtics is they have so many like, players.
They
Yeah,
okay,
Jaylen
you say
Brown,
that, but they're
Tatum.
like the 6th seed right now.
This is
Last
we're
year
also
they had
talking about
Last year they had Gordon Hayward. They had
Yeah,
Kyrie.
Well, Gordon
they didn't have Kyrie last year.
no, and Gordon.
Kemba.
Kemba's not that good this year.
Yeah, Kemba.
Yeah,
hasn't been
Kemba
playing
is
well.
struggling. Tatum, obviously.
I
Jaylen
still
Brown.
think the Celtics will be good come playoff time. Like the
They'll
talent,
be, they'll
they have a good
somehow
coach,
they'll
too.
somehow find
yeah,
their
the
way
talent
into
on that
4th seed.
roster and their system. Ooh, that system. I think they have to. Like, there's no way. they
I
have
would
to.
say this is not in any particular order, but I would say the Nets, Bucks, Sixers. Those are going to be the 3 top seeds.
Yeah.
I mean, depending on
the
whether
3 top seeds going to the playoffs. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I would say the Heat 4, Celtics 5. Celtics are going to find their way into like the 5.
I don't want to play the Celtics first round. No.
But the Celtics, they're going to find their way back into the 4-5 range.
Yeah, I think they will too.
So,
I hope the Hawks stay at the 5 seed. That's all I'll say.
No.
You think the Knicks will stay?
Hawks are
They'll be like they'll be like
play
the
hard.
These sucks.
They play hard, the Knicks, so.
The Knicks will be like the 7-8 seed. And they'll,
Yeah,
like, swept
they're gonna
first
be.
round.
Well, they're taking 10 teams now this year. So.
Oh, they are.
For
Yeah,
the
you
play,
have like
for
a
the
play-in
play-in
game.
Do you know Keanu Neal? They got him.
Who?
the
Cowboys
Cowboys got
got
Keanu Neal. He's
Quarterback.
playing linebacker.
Oh, geez. They need some D linemen. I was watching them on
Yeah.
Thanksgiving. You could drive an 18-wheeler through the A gap. Their D linemen flown off the ball.
Through the A gaps. That's like some shit talk.
They got Keanu Neal. He's moving down to linebacker, baby.
Oh my god.
I like these linebackers.
What?
I like their
Leighton
linebackers.
Vander Esch.
Yeah, and Jalen Smith. I
Yeah.
like their. I
Well,
like
Vander Esch is always hurt.
Sean Lee should retire.
I agree.
Yeah, they'll have Smith in the middle, Vander Esch strong side, Keanu Neal weak
No,
side.
they have that. I think his name is Randy Gregory.
Yeah.
He's always in
Yeah.
jail. Like, he's actually good, but he's in jail.
Alden Smith, bro. The last time I heard of him, he was making bomb
Marcus
threats
Lawrence
at Los
isn't
Angeles
Marcus Lawrence
International
a free
Airport.
agent?
I think. Oh my god, they're just a mess.
So Marcus Lawrence is a free agent.
He's also he got like a max for like a DN, and then like has not like got like 5 sacks last year.
With the Redskins running all over us.
Antonio
they had a
Gibson.
decent offensive line.
No, I had him in fantasy. He had like 40 points.
Antonio Gibson's ridiculous, bro. He's good.
Yeah, that's why point A why you don't draft a running back high, because what was he, like a 5th round pick?
You think they should trade Zeke?
I don't think they should trade him. I just don't think they should have ever given him that
Why
extension.
would they trade?
Because they're not going to
Pollard.
get much for him.
Pollard.
Pollard's been playing well. He's been playing just as well as Zeke.
And then they got
Zeke
Zach
and Pollard
Martin,
are completely-
Tyron Smith's coming back hopefully.
Yeah,
Dak signed a big deal.
I like.
Good for him. I like that.
Dude, I don't know why people shit on that extension. Like he played like a top 5 quarterback last
What
year.
up,
to that
Pats?
extent.
Oh, I almost missed that.
As an Eagles fan, obviously I hate the Cowboys, but at the same time, Dak is like
He played like a top 5 quarterback last
Dak
year.
has a really cool like story and
Yeah.
background. Like it's hard not to like a guy like that.
He earned his respect.
Yeah,
his
and, like,
brother passed away, things like that.
There's
It's
like players like Kirk Cousins is making like $7 less million than him. No one cares about how much money Kirk Cousins is making, but as soon as Dak gets the extension, everyone's all up in.
well, Dak was like unbelievable, and Dak's off like
yeah, he
the
was,
offense with Dak last
he
year.
was leading the league in passing yards like 2 weeks after.
He
Like,
scored
yeah,
like
like,
40 points
Between
a
him and Ben DiNucci,
game.
like, it's a big difference.
Garrett Gilbert.
Obviously, Dolphins had a huge acquisition of Will Fuller this
Finally, bro. I was on Instagram, all the Dolphins pages, like at the same time they all were like complaining about the Dolphins doing nothing with their cap space. But
Are you a Tua fan?
I am. I don't know. I mean, he's not like anything special yet, but I mean,
Franchise quarterback?
He played well for a rookie. I
Mhm.
mean, he threw twice as many touchdowns as interceptions. He had a above 60% completion percentage, and he had no real offseason. He was recovering from a hip injury. And his number 1 receiver for a bunch of weeks was Lynn Bowden Jr. So,
You think they can make the playoffs?
I mean, yeah, we probably
He's a
could.
baby.
We probably could have made it last
Yeah.
year. We went 10-6, which is like a playoff record.
Yeah.
We just didn't happen to make it, which is.
I don't think you guys win a division with the Bills.
No, I mean it's gonna be a good division. It's gonna be a fight this year between us. Even the Patriots are gonna be
Yeah,
back. In
they
the
signed like 3 tight ends. didn't
yeah,
they?
Henry and Jonnu Smith. Yeah, because they always used to run 2 tight ends with Gronk
With Hernandez.
and the one who shall not be named. But I mean, yeah, the Patriots just revamped their roster. The Bills are gonna be good, and I think we'll improve. So, and the Jets will be the Jets. But
Didn't the Bills sign Trubisky?
yeah, I don't know.
What was behind
They had
that?
Jake
I think like
Exactly.
I think
It's a good
from
backup.
Trubisky's perspective, he's almost like redshirting himself. Like he's
Okay.
like taking time to like get in a good system and improve himself so he can make a splash
Trubisky
like,
just
next
doesn't
year.
care anymore.
I don't
Why are
know.
you banking that?
Like, why would you sign somewhere if you wanted to be a starter? Why would you sign somewhere?
I think he realizes that he's not starting quality yet, and he doesn't want to throw himself into the mix.
they're not.
like it's like what Jameis Winston did.
And
Yeah.
one.
That's good.
Sister G.
Sister G.
She's still alive?
Chill.
No, how did you not know she was about the game? She was at the games.
We did. It just showed
No.
Payne, what are your thoughts on Illinois right now?
He's got to throw that down
They're
there.
gonna lose.
Oh, he said that was going to be nailed in the coffin.
If Illinois loses, I'm never picking a Big Ten team to go past the Sweet 16
that's
ever
ridiculous.
again.
I mean,
Like, I'm telling you. Oh, my God, they're so bad in the
I thought
tournament.
this year was going to be the year.
No, it's never the year for the Big Ten, ever. For no reason will a Big Ten team ever do anything in the NCAA tournament. This is how it
Did you
works.
pick Michigan losing Sweet 16
I think so.
That's what
I
I
think I
did,
picked
too.
Illinois losing Sweet 16 too.
to Oklahoma State?
I think so.
That's a good pick.
If not Oklahoma State, definitely the next round. Because I know I didn't have them in my mind.
This is ridiculous. This is not even close. It's a 13-point game.
What else?
Wentz on the Colts. I think they're gonna win this. Like they can have a chance at winning the Super Bowl.
I don't know about that.
I'm a big Wentz believer.
Are you?
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of rare coming from a Cowboys fan, but I mean, I guess I don't think they're gonna be Super Bowl contenders or
And
anything.
Michael, what do you
but
think? You think the Super Bowl contenders?
Who?
Colts.
The Colts.
Oh,
Here's
Hell no.
like the
Hell
top
no.
free agency signings.
Obviously, the Steelers re-signed.
Oh,
Juju.
Kenny Galladay to the Giants. What do you guys
Danny
think?
Dimes.
I think that's gonna work.
I do too.
Well,
Danny Dimes
Galladay is the kind of player that's going to go anywhere and make that team.
Danny Dimes last year statistically was a top 10 thrower and passes 20 yards down the
And he
field.
can run.
Yeah, he's got wheels. When he doesn't trip, he can run. Everyone hates on Danny Dimes. I think he's better than people give him credit for. I do. I mean, his O-line hasn't ever been the best.
Will Saquon
Saquon will be back. Yeah.
I wonder if he'll be the same.
What about Juju coming back?
I heard the Chiefs offered him.
The Eagles
Yeah.
offered him a multi-year deal for more money, and he declined it.
Ravens offered him too. I mean, I guess he wanted to be in Pittsburgh that bad. Good for
But it's
him.
a one-year deal, and then he's done. There's no
Yeah,
way
that's
they give
what-
him a bigger
That's
deal.
what happened this offseason. Everyone signed one-year deals
Like-
because the salary cap went down, so people are getting paid less. They signed a one-year deal so they can
I don't
cash
think
out
he's.
next year.
I don't know, bro.
That's why
Why wouldn't you just franchise tag him if you were going to sign him 1 year?
because
what Dak
it's
did.
more expensive. Like a franchise tag would have been more than $9 million.
But a franchise tag is essentially saying you're going to be back next year. I think by signing him for the Steelers had cap. The Steelers had decent cap.
Hardly.
I mean, they let go of Bud Dupree's now
Yeah,
gone to
Where'd
the
he go?
Colts.
Colts. Yeah.
My point.
I mean, yeah, the Colts needed a defensive end.
The Colts are just. I'm gonna say this: Carson Wentz is gonna be very, very good there because of one reason.
The
He's
line.
not gonna drop back 40 times a game.
Yeah.
They're a running team.
Oh
and that's,
my!
That's
Oh.
what Carson Wentz needs.
what just happened, bro?
Carson
What's
Wentz.
happened?
Carson Wentz needs
Big country?
Yeah.
he needed.
No way.
Big country. Good
Oh,
defense.
it's a 9-point or 11.
Who is Big Country guarding? No one. Just
No, they've been doing-
standing at the foul line.
They've been doing that all game, bro.
Put him in the pick and roll. Isn't
It's a zone. Yeah, they're playing zone.
Look, watch this. Oh my goodness.
I thought someone dunked
And
it.
so did
How
I.
do you game plan for?
What's
Like,
his name?
you had to think that
Win.
Loyola Chicago has been game
Look at
planning
him.
for
Look
this
at my
game.
boy. Just look at him.
Loyola has
It's
been
an
game planning.
It's an NBA type player.
He looks like he got fired from Subway for sexual harassment allegations. I just,
What are some other big names that signed?
I mean, Galladay re-signing. I think we talked about
No,
that.
Galladay
Everyone.
signing to the Giants, not re-signing.
That's what I meant. All the Patriots signings. Hunter Henry, John
Cam
Smith,
Van Noy.
Van Noy,
Cam.
Devon Godshaw.
Got
re-signed
Cam back.
Do you believe in Cam?
I don't. I mean, he'll be better.
Who did
this
he
year.
have to throw the ball last year to?
That's true.
They signed Nelson Aguilar. Yeah,
Yeah.
he didn't have much help, but he
Aguilar.
still didn't play well.
What?
They had no help. Their rushing game sucked. Like nothing was.
They didn't
working.
do anything to improve that either.
They got a better offensive. Well, they sort of, kind of targeted offensive line help.
Are you talking tight end? Is that
Who's
what-
gonna be their? Do you think they're gonna draft a quarterback, or are they gonna keep Cam?
I
as
think
a
they
starter?
should.
I think they definitely should.
But the
Maybe
thing
not
is-
with their first round.
But the thing is, if
They
like
got a top 10 pick, I think.
15,
No way.
Is it 15?
15th pick, yeah.
They can get Fields.
No.
If Fields, Lance, or Wilson is there, you gotta take him. But
Fields is the second.
you don't take Mac Jones at 15.
You think so?
He's the second best quarterback in the draft.
I think he is.
I see those like mock drafts. They have Wilson second.
I don't
or
mind that.
Lance.
I mean, really, out of Wilson, Lance, and Fields, they're all kind of like interchangeable. I mean, they're all similar levels of play. They're just different. I think Fields is the second best, but
All right, you want to get in some
No comment on that.
some Instagram questions?
No comment
Yes.
on that.
All right,
well, yeah, I know you don't like.
Connor Pushart. He asked, which double-digit seed has the best chance of making the Sweet 16?
Ohio.
North Texas.
Ohio.
Didn't we just
North
didn't we
Texas.
say, like,
North Texas
Yeah, we
is
touched
going to
on
be
that.
North
Villanova.
Texas. I mean, jeez, I don't know.
Who
Ohio.
you got?
Who does Ohio play?
let me check.
Ohio plays
Creighton.
I mean, either Ohio.
Oh,
yeah,
Syracuse.
Oh,
Has
Yeah.
the best chance of making the
Yeah.
what? Sweet 16?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely Ohio.
No, it's North Texas.
North
It's
Creighton's not even that good.
Neither is Nova.
Yeah, Syracuse might be up there too because
I'm
Syracuse.
gonna
Syracuse
go
plays West
Syracuse.
Virginia.
Syracuse is kind of
They're
different.
good in March though.
Yeah, Syracuse is a good team.
But it's. I mean,
Creighton is not.
Shout out Ethan.
Creighton should have lost. Bro, I was with him yesterday. You should have seen him, bro. He was like all fired up.
All right, Ethan. We asked, who's better, Mike Vick or Lamar Jackson?
Mike Vick.
Vintage Vic.
Vic's better. I'm gonna say this. Michael Vick is one of the most overrated players of all time.
What?
It's just like,
He's a Hall of Fame.
he runs around. He runs around. He's like the fastest player and like fastest
Dude,
quarterback
he's
in
an
NFL
absolute
history.
dog.
Yeah.
I
get this
He's a
joke.
dog. All right.
Chill, bro.
So like,
Chill.
I mean, he really was never like Lamar's MVP year was better than any season Vic ever had, but Vic has.
Vintage Vic is better.
He was just flashy.
Vic in
Was
the
better.
wing tee.
That was deadly.
That's
I was
crazy.
like Madden 25.
When Vic played for the Eagles, his first year out of jail. His first year out of jail was probably the best season he's ever had, and that was like that's vintage Vic. Like that was he's
First year out of jail.
when he went to
First
jail.
day out.
Stay out.
His first year out with the Eagles was when he had like his best year. That's an illegal screen. No way.
Oh, he just trucked him.
Yeah, because he was moving. It's an illegal
He
screen.
wasn't setting a screen.
Yet okay, he wasn't setting a screen.
All right,
It was a
next question.
Ball handoff.
Marcus
Ball handoff.
Beckett. He asks, if you put Spencer Britt on the field with Julio Jones, does he get a single pass deflection?
Yes.
You
It's
think so?
Spencer Britt.
I mean, Spencer
Absolutely,
Britt
absolutely.
was arguably Spencer Britt statistically was the best defensive back for the Trinity Shamrocks last year.
Yes, sir.
So
Oh my
I think
God.
yes.
Yes.
Statistically, he was.
Statistic.
Him and Carl, they're taking over.
How do you know Carl?
You know, Carl.
Yo, Carl, if you're listening, JT's calling you out,
There's
bro.
no way he's gonna listen to this.
You never know.
All right, next question. Paul Shook, he asks, this is for you, Micah. It says, who's the Seahawks quarterback next year? Is it
They already
Wilson?
What was the second part of that question?
No comment.
Yeah, what was the second part of that?
No.
I don't know the whole
You can
question.
read it.
I thought they already re-signed Wilson.
Well, he's in like trade rumors right now. But
Oh yeah, he's on the roster.
Yeah, it's gonna be Russ.
Yeah,
They're not
agree.
there's
trading.
no way they deal him.
And if they do,
Let me see.
yeah, I
Rest
mean
in
they were
peace, my
offered
team.
like 3 first-round picks and 2 starters from the Bears, and they didn't take it. So
yeah.
I think those rumors are done at this point.
This one's from Dylan Rennie.
Yeah.
It says, was the Steelers re-signing of Juju a win or a loss for them?
I mean, a win, but it's not really going to change that much. It's like a small victory.
It's the same roster they're gonna have.
Except
They're gonna
without
have the same
Dupree,
roster.
without Villanueva,
Yeah,
without
they
Pouncey.
probably got worse on the defense.
Yeah,
Yeah, they got worse overall, but
They're
like,
not gonna be good.
re-signing,
They're not gonna be good.
There
re-signing
will be a
Juju
playoff
was a
team.
win.
They'll be a playoff.
It could be.
I mean,
Big
they'll be
Ben,
one of the last
wash.
seeds in the playoffs.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not so
I
sure.
think they're not gonna win the division.
No. They'll be 3rd in the division.
Third.
Yeah. Behind the Ravens and the Browns.
Welcome to PJ Podcast. What is your question today?
Hello, this is Paul Shook. I actually had a question for Maika New.
All right, bro.
Who's the Seahawks quarterback?
The Seahawks quarterback is Russ and will forever be Russ until he retires.
Thank you.
Is that all for us today, Paul?
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, for sure. See you, Paul. What up, Isaac?
How about that Illinois game?
Well, you know what? My bracket's screwed. I don't know about all these other guys, but
No, I called that.
yeah. So, I mean, I'll be honest with you. Loyola played probably the best game they probably could have. So
Yeah, they did.
I don't know. I can actually see Loyola going pretty far now that Illinois is out.
I have them in the Final Four. I think they'll beat Houston next round.
Stop capping, Isaac.
No, I'm God. Check my bracket right now.
You had him beating Illinois.
Yeah, I did.
Stop lying, bro. You lying.
Go ahead, look at my bracket. It's
All right,
in there. You
all right.
can see
I'll check it out. I'll let these guys talk now.
All right, go ahead. I want to hear what Jacob has to say.
I mean, classic Big Ten March Madness performance. That's all I have to say.
That's true. I don't know. I feel like Illinois played like they were going to win from the beginning, and they just didn't hold out, you know?
I mean, yeah, exactly. In Illinois, they put themselves in a hole early, and like you said, they couldn't dig themselves out. So.
Hello.
What's up, Connor?
What's up?
What's your question for us today?
I'm sure you saw Peyton, but your team just lost.
I know. Thanks, Connor. Yes, I did see. So, actually, we just talked to Isaac Souders about this, but I almost called him Sounders. But Loyola played a really good game. They came out early and put Illinois in a hole, and unfortunately for me, along for many of us, Illinois could not dig themselves out of that hole. So,
Illinois just played bad. 58 points does not win you a tournament.
Yep, I agree. And Kofi Coburn did not show up necessarily like in terms of defense. I think number 25 for Loyola had about 20 points. So that guy had a good game, and Loyola just played, probably the best game they could have.
Yeah. Do you have like a new pick for the tournament now, or?
I'll be completely honest with you. I think Baylor.
Hey, there we go.
Baylor's probably gonna.
That's what I like to hear.
I mean, realistically, Baylor, if they make the Final Four, isn't going to, because they would have had to play. I mean, in my case, I would have thought they would have played Illinois in the Final Four. But now that Illinois is eliminated, there's not much that's going to be coming out of that side of the bracket. So Baylor's going to have some pretty favorable matchups the rest of the way. So I'm interested to see what they do today. They play Wisconsin. Wisconsin's coming off a really good game against North Carolina. So
yeah, I'm
excited to watch them. This is going to be the first time I actually get to watch them. But I think Baylor is probably the favorite for me right now.
Okay. All right. Thanks for taking my call, guys.
What's up, Ben?
What's going on?
Nothing much. What's your question for us today?
Well, I just watched the Illinois game, so we can talk about that. Just like March Madness in a whole, like, what's going on?
Ben, who is your team to win it all?
I had Illinois win it the whole thing.
I had Illinois too, and
I got 3 Final Four teams out. Yeah, we down bad over here, Penn State. And the bet, like the live bets weren't going well either. I ain't gonna lie, I'm down about $100, but the bookie's gone. So.
Yeah.
But my real question is, like, who do you think, with if you take Gonzaga out, who would Gonzaga and Baylor? Yeah, no, we'll take Gonzaga and Baylor out. Who do you think is like still the Cinderella team?
Loyola,
Chicago,
North Texas.
If Loyola,
yeah.
I mean,
I say, bro, don't sleep on Oral Roberts because all they have to do is beat Florida now.
Well, Oral Roberts and Ohio are probably my favorite double-digit seeds.
Yeah, Ohio. Because I like Oral Roberts look good.
Yeah.
And they only have to, and all they have to do is play Florida. It's
Nation's
like
leading scorer.
If Loyola Chicago can play consistently like they did today, I don't think there's going to be a lot of, teams that are going to compete with that. So
who's left in that region? Like, who's the 2 seed in that?
I'm going to be honest with you.
Florida State
No, Florida State's a 3 seed. And they're on Michigan side with Gonzaga. but I don't know who the 2 seed for that one is.
Here, let's pull it up real quick.
But what I was really calling in about it, I think I put a live bet on, or a straight bet
Houston.
on Oral Roberts to win today.
That 2 seed is
Oh,
Houston.
bro, I don't think Houston's legit.
Whoa, bro, they won by 20
yeah,
without their
they
best player.
Killed it first round.
But they play first round, like Texas Southern.
No, they played, they did play a bad team. Cleveland State.
Yeah, you can't say they're legit because they took care of business. Like, that's what they should have done.
Houston has been good all year, though.
They haven't played anyone all year.
Bro, okay, they haven't played anybody? What conference do they play in?
The American.
A-10?
They're the American.
They're in the American.
Oh, then they're not really seeing much. But they're still a good team. If you watch them the other night, they're still...
No, I agree. And especially with some of the heavyweights already out, like, they got a chance.
Yeah,
still,
exactly.
obviously.
So...
But what I'm really calling it about is watch out for Syracuse and Oral Roberts.
That's what I'm saying.
North
Syracuse.
Texas, baby.
Syracuse all the way.
I'm saying Ohio, bro.
Honestly, I think Syracuse got a really good chance to go real far.
They always do.
I don't know. Syracuse they're a little inconsistent.
Syracuse or Oral Roberts.
They've been inconsistent all year.
I gotta rock with North Texas. Been rocking
Syracuse
with
has had, like, they obviously in the ACC, like, there's some good competition. They've had some pretty decent wins this year, and then they'll come out the next game and lay an egg. So they're kind of an inconsistent team. So
yeah.
All right, thanks, Ben. All right, thank you for listening. See you next week.